77 million years ago, a dinosaur's front limbs began to weaken, and then it crashed heavily onto the sandy beach. For this 70-year-old Alamosaurus, its life had come to an end. However, the death of such a giant dinosaur always triggers a terrifying bloodbath. By early the next morning, a group of trudents arrived here. Trudents are among the smartest dinosaurs, so they always manage to get a head start. Yet the dead Alamosaurus was 30 meters long and weighed a full 70 tons, which means its skin was as thick as 7 centimeters. So the trudents couldn't tear through the flesh at all. They had to wait for more ferocious dinosaurs to arrive before they could get a share of the benefits. Here comes the Tyrannosaurus rex, the top predator on land. It has 15-centimeter long teeth, enough to tear through the bodies of any carbon-based creature. The clever trudents still didn't want to give up, but Tyrannosaurus rex would never share its food. Of course, the death of a dinosaur over 30 meters long would naturally attract more predators. These are Quetzalcoatlus, the rulers of the sky during the age of dinosaurs. Their sharp beaks alone are 1.8 meters long, and their wingspans can reach 12 meters. With their ability to fly, they can take on any creature. With such a long and sharp beak, if a Tyrannosaurus rex is accidentally pecked in the eye, it will become a one-eyed dinosaur. Originally, a single Quetzalcoatlus wouldn't make the Tyrannosaurus rex back down, but this time, it had companions. A two-on one situation was quite bad. A big battle was imminent. The Quetzalcoatlus obviously wouldn't fight head-on. With the sky on their side, they were already in an invincible position. So the Tyrannosaurus rex had no choice but to retreat temporarily. This time, it just lost to the open terrain, but next time, things might be different. Now the two pterosaurs could eat until they were stuffed. However, that Tyrannosaurus rex wouldn't let it go. It had wisely gone back to get reinforcements. When two Tyrannosaurus rexes hunt together, it's not just 1 + 1 is equal to 2. It's a qualitative change, and they wouldn't get arrogant because of this. Excellent hunters are always humble. Those Triceratops, though delicious, are no weaklings in terms of combat power. So this time, they had to come up with a perfect plan. In the blink of an eye, it was night. The two Tyrannosaurus rexes began to wake up one after another. Tyrannosaurus rexes have stereoscopic vision, so for them, night is no different from day. Despite their huge size, their feet have a thick layer of pads, so they walk almost without a sound. This means Tyrannosaurus rex is a terrifying night stalker. The target of this pair, mates, this time was a herd of Edmontosaurus. This kind of dinosaur, though not having strong defensive abilities, is roughly the same size as Tyrannosaurus rex and is twice as fast. So this means they only have one chance to attack. The two dinosaurs had cooperated countless times before, so they each took their predetermined positions. When the Edmontosaurus herd rests at night, they always post sentries to monitor the surrounding area. So one of the Tyrannosaurus rexes deliberately made a noise. After the sentry was drawn away, the other Tyrannosaurus rex had already approached the herd. Though the Edmontosaurus were alert enough, they still didn't detect the trace of the hunters. Then the hunting moment arrived. One Tyrannosaurus rex suddenly rushed out, and the herd scattered in an instant. One of the Edmontosaurus successfully fell into the trap and was forced to flee in the predetermined direction. At this point, the other Tyrannosaurus rex knew it was time to close the net. Just like that, the Edmontosaurus was successfully subdued by them. However, the story had just begun because they had more important things to do. The next morning, after resting all night following a hunt, the energetic pair began to mate in the woods, and this continued until the female dinosaur laid a clutch of eggs.